Do 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 do. The little blue circle goes spinny, spinny. Don't y'all know that it's Winnie, Winnie?
Winnie.
You can't wait to see the show. I know we're cool. Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go. Here we
we
go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Studio 586B. Where's the line?
What's up?
Space.
Space.
Space. Literally up.
The
What is
final
up?
frontier.
What is up? Space.
What is up must
But if you're
come
in
down.
space, there's no up or
But
down.
if you're
No,
in
wait,
space,
wait.
there's no
up or down.
And they can't hear you scream.
Up or down is a construct.
Yes.
Up or down is
Because we live on a planet.
gravitational pull.
Yeah.
Without gravity, no
Without
up, no
gravity,
down,
there's
no
no
left,
up.
no right, no sideways,
There's
no.
just space.
Well, there's towards.
What?
Towards.
What is that?
All that there is in space is towards. I'm going towards that. That's all there is.
You're going towards or away from something?
Well, you have to have a static object, and there are none.
Yeah.
But you have to figure that in. It's big math.
Yeah.
Not my subject.
Yeah,
well,
we don't-
I love
I
math,
don't-
but that's bigger math than
Yeah,
me.
that's huge math.
That space is huge math.
Space math.
Space math.
Yeah.
Space math.
Space math is no joke.
Space math hop. A new form of hip hop has been invented today.
Space math
By
hop.
So you take the Hubble images and you turn it into musical notes based on colors or based on size, and so it creates space hop.
Space hop.
I think it would probably end up more EDM, but how many guys have we talked to lately or worked with musically that, man, there is an EDM strain
Shoot,
running through.
We talked about spacey beats because I started
D-
making
no, d-
spacey
well-
beats.
Okay, so Tuesday
Mhm.
we did a 10 questions and a music.
Yes, we
and
did Zach G.
it was-
and
The moment that I was like, oh my God, we have to get these combinations together.
Mhm.
That I heard two guys describe each other as by describing themselves in the opposite.
Yep.
Like, it was weird. You could go, here's me, and I was like, but that puzzle piece over there, connection.
Yup.
Objects in space are only meaningful if they're moving towards or
Connectivity.
away from each other. And so I felt like I saw this new piece of us,
Mhm.
and I want to talk about it, guys. It's been a spacey week. I want to shout out to the Hubble telescope as far as that's part of the reason the subject for the end of the week is space. Wow. I mean, just wow.
That picture is awesome.
Well,
Picture's awesome.
there is a star
Mhm.
whose circumference is
Cir-
circumference.
circumference. Yeah.
Maybe I said that word too many times before the show. Anyways, is past where Saturn is. So if you take where our sun is,
Right.
you go out past Saturn, that's all star.
What?
Yeah, like past Saturn. In the taint, almost to Uranus.
Like the whole.
Yeah, like it's
The-
just past the big
so
guy,
From the sun.
further from Uranus to the
From
big
the
guy. So if
sun.
you're looking at the taint,
Yeah.
it's yes,
From the sun out to Saturn.
a sun that big, yes. So a star.
So our sun is a baby, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, that's always been true. It'll eventually be a red giant. Once it's a red giant, it swallows us.
Oh.
It's because there's an expansion point
That
with
won't
stars.
Be fun.
Well, but we've watched. Well, no, we'll get that figured out.
Yeah. But we'll probably.
We may go live on Uranus.
may go live on Uranus. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Oh my God.
You gotta say it just like that,
Oh,
deadpan too.
that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
7.5 billion on my anus. But anyway,
What the?
Uranus, not mine. I apologize. You're right. I almost
Uranus. We're talking
I-
about the
we're talking
audience
about
here. We're not talking about
space. I love space though.
it. Yeah.
That I love. You know, I don't know if it was Star Trek or Star Wars or what it gave me. My dad's love of science fiction. I had a buddy post a picture today from Mars Attacks that made me laugh and giggle.
Mm-hmm.
There's an amazement and an awe that I found early on to the universe.
Mm. I find that I've always found space to be pretty daggone cool. Like, I wanted to be an astronaut several times.
Well, And we find ourselves trying to create spaces.
Mm.
And you've had a breakthrough. You've done this amazing thing that's going
Yes.
on Discord right now that just has me blown away. You've got
People are actually talking and stuff and interacting, and my friends are actually getting into it, and I'm happy that people are responding.
describe what you're trying to do.
So what we're trying to do is I'm trying to make it so that artists and like artists in general, because that whatever the heck that means.
Okay, listen,
But
musicians, because my goal is if we label them all as
Okay,
musicians, well, then we start getting a guitar guy,
Musicians,
or a piano guy,
yeah,
or a harmonica.
musicians that
Ooh.
that can get together and make music together. And I got some people that are gonna start dropping beats in the chat.
Can you make a chat called Sample and Hold?
Sample and hold.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So people drop, like, so then other artists that maybe like, okay, so maybe what happens is King drops a sample of some horns,
Oh, I get what you're saying.
or Tony Williams drops some harmonica,
Right.
or we talk to our cello guys and our guitar guys, and the guitar guys literally at a music school.
Right.
There's a guy I want to go on.
No,
I
no,
don't know
you're
if
good.
it's
You're
it's
keep,
this spacey bit of
It's
we
okay.
keep seeing new stars.
we
keep seeing new.
I love when new ideas come up. I love when new ways to make the space do more.
Oh, right.
I love
Absolutely.
when that happens. It's amazing. It's been really fun just talking to people and getting to know people. And
Dude, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie that some days I felt like stories is a place that I occupy more and you feel it, even though we're trying to launch from that the thing that is very much yours. Though I wish I didn't.
I don't.
You know what?
I don't feel so bad about it. It's more so that like I understand that I'm not always. I don't. It's not like a negative thing to me.
Right.
That I don't always fit into the conversation always.
Do you?
I fit in certain
Oh
places.
God, yeah.
Like, there
No.
there are
Listen to
certain
us. I mean,
times
it's
that I
not
have
I'm-
to say that I feel like I have to say something and I have to get
I love
get
that.
out what I need to get out, and I just feel comfortable. And sometimes for me being comfortable doesn't always mean I'm talking.
No, and
You know?
you know what? I'm really aware because we've experienced that more this week.
Yeah.
Today especially. No, a lot of it for me, and I know this is all new agey and shit. There's an energy. Today, the energy wasn't I'm here and I'm pissed. It was here and we were both working, and it felt. I felt it. I love those days.
Yeah.
I mean, I was okay. So sometimes my prolific is I was posting a lot,
Right.
very poetic kind of. I let my head go where my head was,
Right.
and I went through. So I have a backlog. I save so much graphically
Right.
for all of the things we're doing, all the things I'm involved in. There's
There's a lot going on.
there are pieces, but the cool thing is they're there for a reason. I can go, and it's a lot of them are stuff off Facebook with cool quotes.
Mhm.
So I can go through them, and I usually only get about half a page down
Right.
before I start posting, because what happens is I'll see something I haven't seen in a while,
Mhm.
and I'll either I'll put it on one of the pages, not even necessarily the studios. That part of it is that interaction out and beyond the studio,
Right.
but it's a playful place for me.
Right.
Whether I'm there or looking at going through the posts that are on my page is primarily quotes, art. There's a little bit of friend stuff. There isn't a ton. It gets a little overwhelmed.
Mhm.
But when I play in that space, the coolest part is there are people in it that see me and understand me and resonate with the place I'm coming from. That sounds all spiritual.
It does.
But what I
It's okay.
mean, we can all create spaces like that, and you're working on creating yours.
Yeah.
That today I saw your excitement. That it was not, oh, I gotta go build this thing. That moment of I built it and they came.
Well, I started to feel
I
that.
built it and
I
they
start.
came.
I started to feel that
I could see it.
of like just okay, I have to do this thing, and I got to get it done. But that feeling got washed out as soon as I started talking to people.
Ooh, finding your
Yeah, like starting to talk to people
Mom,
and
you get bonuses.
like talking to people that I feel like we could help each other. We have different
Yeah,
ways.
like in a genuine way.
In a genuine way, not in a I want to get something out of this person or
Right.
I want to
That globally people want to make music.
yeah.
That humans want to make
Humans
music.
want to make music. That's what it is.
It's all I come to time. I've never run. Okay, I've run into people that know I can't sing.
Mm.
Only ex-singers say I don't sing, but it's like I don't dance. Everybody can dance.
Right.
Oh, I don't do that. No, everybody can sing. Everybody has a story, and I think whether it's T.S. Eliot or Edgar Allan Poe or Lewis Carroll, my argument is everybody sings.
Right.
That I am not attached to words as meaning, but I love them so much as a medium to work in. The pictures I can paint. Once the words become just colors, oh my gosh, the places I can go. Because I know that no matter the word, it will fall short. And in embracing that, I can...
Caesar was talking about that. He was talking about how words sometimes can't describe. Like, words are the lowest form of communication, is what he said. And that sometimes words can't describe quite what the feeling is.
Well, then read some... my suggestion is read some Hemingway.
Okay.
Have you ever looked at a painting and felt what the painter felt, or what you think the painter felt?
Oh, yeah.
Projected on it, you're like, oof, I can feel
yeah.
that, or wow, I can feel that.
Yeah. I've had...
Words are just another painting. Painting's just another music. Music, just another sculptor. Sculptor, just another life.
Well, it's crazy when I think about the things that I can feel with just words. And then I think about all the other things that I can feel with maybe art or music or like it's crazy the amount of communication skills that humans have. And how that relates to space, I don't know, but I just it feels
because you're creating a space where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
With peers. Like peers in this area.
Yeah.
The fun part is if everybody's my family, finding that groove, those group of people, those peers, and then realizing how many that is.
I will say it feels weird to have peers. That feels very much like it reminds me of school.
How do you feel about being a 19-year-old that a bunch of people look up to? I find it overwhelming at 51.
About the same. I've always had people that looked up to me, and it. No, I'm
just teasing.
Because I would walk into rooms and
Excuse me, I should have hit my button.
I've always been very mature for my age, and so it's always made me uncomfortable. The only difference now is that I'm less uncomfortable with it. I'm more used to, okay, sometimes people are gonna really like what you have to say. And sometimes people are going to be invested in what you have to say. I just have to get...
That doesn't change
I
our
have to
investment.
get over myself a little bit because I know that because that's a thing, it doesn't always mean that I have to, I don't know, feel it so hard. Because, when I feel embarrassed or when I feel...
No, I did it on purpose.
It's okay.
No,
okay.
I know it's okay. I was doing the water.
I feel like sometimes I have to there's a great deal of ego that I feel. And I sometimes have to minimize that amount of ego by not feeling like it's such a big deal that people look
Yeah.
up to me or respect me.
Well, my goal is, so at the moment, I'm okay with the idea that learning and teaching are the same thing, that it's a circle.
Okay.
I don't feel attached to any particular spot in that circle. So when I go, the thing I always say is I've stolen everything I ever said.
Right.
And what I mean by that, I was like, no, that's not true. You ain't really, no, but it all comes in.
Right.
It all somehow got in there.
You're not built from nothing. Universe had a role.
Well, you are universe.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces of stars. I mean, that's scientifically true. That based on the Big Bang Theory, stuff blew up, and you know what? Things don't come and go. Things change, and you're part of that. You're made out of that same stuff. That at the moment, I feel like no matter how many people may go, oh, I resonate with what you're saying, it doesn't compare to the constantly coming in. So where in that circle I am doesn't matter.
Right.
For me, the universe flows into my cup, space much, and as opposed to it being full or empty or half empty or any of those things, there's a hole in it. And it all just flows through, and it comes out just as seeds I throw into the wind. Some of value, maybe some not, I don't know, some wheat, some chaff, whatever takes hold.
Right.
Like the universe casting out stars to see where the life grows.
Universe casting out stars to see where the life grows. I like that.
But that just came out of my head. It's not like I worked at that.
Right, I got you.
My point is, so the topic is space and feeling spacey. I don't know where else to describe where this stuff comes from and where we're at. Okay, so we were talking earlier today. You're working with a producer on a song that we both really like. I'm not going to talk about which one at the moment. You guys, I'm sure, are getting to a point where it's, you know what, I really like this. He's mastering it the whole nine, because he does that.
Yeah.
How many first-time artists launch on multiple continents?
So when you say launch on multiple continents, I get a little confused.
Why?
Still, because I guess.
Don't you think as a producer he's going to put it out to the people around him?
Right.
And as an artist, look at you.
As an artist.
She's my artist, y'all. You're Rihanna.
Artist.
You're the Rihanna in this picture.
I thought you were going.
Don't make me hit you.
I thought you were going for a Boston accent.
It was actually Jay-Z's comment on Rihanna.
An artist.
That's my artist.
Oh.
So in this particular case, you're playing the artist.
Right.
Are you going to release it here into your friends?
Yes.
How many continents are involved in that math?
Quite a few.
Well, 2, specifically.
Well, yeah.
The direct links to where you're casting this seed out.
Right.
Isn't Columbus.
Well, I'm working with someone in.
It's Columbus in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Okay. Picture that stop for a minute. Not that you have to hold on to it. There's no ego attached to it. It's how do you play, how do you claim space isn't playing a part in the sense that it's weird. The beautiful thing is, as much as, oh wow, that thing I dreamed may feel like it's coming true, I'm not attached to the fantasizing that led to the catastrophizing, because it just keeps happening in ways that you're going, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Producer reached out to you from Nigeria, a guy we've been talking to.
Yeah.
Simon Corliss.
Corliss, yeah.
Amazing guy, beautiful guy.
He's awesome.
He is frigging awesome. But the point is, and you're creating a space where more of that's going to go on with people other than just you.
Pretty much.
Wow, right? Wow.
Right.
We're going to break a dude from Bosnia. Like really. because it doesn't. He needs he's amazing, but he needs people to listen.
Right.
Well, we need people to listen to. Hi, everybody that's not out there. But so one of the things we're working on is a contest.
Yes.
Beats will drop in the Discord once a week.
Yes.
I'm told that you're putting together your Monday dump.
Yes.
And you'll have
I already dumped all my
No,
stuff.
we dumped a ton of stuff in there.
Yeah, I already dumped all my stuff to
my point
to
is
at least,
not just your stuff. The Monday dump will have a variety of stuff, and then the Tuesday dump will have, or whatever we drop, there'll be a contest drop.
Well, the idea
I want the Monday one to be bigger.
The idea is to get so many producers in there that I won't have to focus on.
Oh, what I mean is
stuff and stuff
I don't mean dropping your beats.
What do you mean then?
I mean once a week you drop maybe a few of yours, maybe a few of Yeezy's, but the things you found most moving from the other producers from the week prior. So all you do is you just add to it as you listen to the Discord.
Yeah.
It's this part where people look up to you.
Right.
It's a weird thing to deal with. Like,
right.
Oh, they're waiting for your voice.
Well, what I could do is I could make another chat where
you want to drop it in
we
that
do
existing
Studio
chat.
586B picks or something.
Well, I think you call it that, but you drop it in the chat you're already using.
Okay.
Once a week, you're like, oh wow.
These are
Weekly highlights, maybe.
Weekly highlights or something.
Or highlights for kids.
Highlights for kids.
There's a magazine. It was always a doctor's office. Highlights, remember? And it'd have
I remember highlights. I
yes,
grew up
I
on
now want it
highlights.
called highlights for kids.
I grew up on
God,
highlights.
I have a million names for everything. Well, the concept is to not only build a space, but build a launch pad. That everything we do is a space with a launch pad. So that we hear your voice and it's heard.
Right.
We hear your voice and it's heard.
Right.
And here's ways for us to do that.
Right.
Organically.
Right.
By just working with these fellow... Have you met our friends?
Right.
Have you met our friends lately? Have you stopped and met our... I mean, if you... Which continent?
Which continent?
Are you not talking to somebody on? Okay, South America and Antarctica.
Asia, I think.
Oh, I'm talking to a lot of people in Asia.
Well, yeah.
That I have a Hong Kong following or a Taiwan following. I forget.
Following in
but
Asia.
That's the page, not the me.
Yeah.
But that's because I keep me kind of separate.
I know you're uncomfortable with that piece, but if you did put yourself out there a little bit more, I feel like you would get a lot more love than you think.
Oh no, I get a lot of love. I'm out there.
Yeah.
No. Please don't misunderstand. I get a lot of love on those pages. When I post, they go, "Oh," and when I try to make sure I meditate on stuff and add to it.
That's good.
But I don't approach it in a way that's about me.
Well,
most stuff I sign just MAT, lowercase.
The thing is, it's so much of what we're trying to do is sharing and.
I'm not teaching. I'm sharing.
Well, no.
That's huge for me. Go ahead.
Listen, I understand keeping it separate. I totally understand that. So much of what we're trying to do is like make it so that people can find things that they're interested in.
You know, that's so true.
I think sharing is a big piece of that, but it also means to some extent you have to compartmentalize, not compartmentalize.
I have an idea. This is my thought.
Okay, what's your
thought?
thought?
What I've noticed in taking off my mask and going, hey, this is really me.
Right.
Not putting on
a show.
the show about not putting on a show.
The show about not
that
putting
where the
on a
line
show.
is that when I take it off, I end up seeing more people like me. So busy holding back everything that's me.
Right.
So you feel alone and lost, and because you've never found your peers, because guess what? You were hiding the pieces that you shared. All of us, we all love music. We all want to talk. We all want to be heard. We all want to be seen. We all want to be understood.
Yeah.
I don't know a more powerful thing I can do than try to build those spaces.
That's That's
Doesn't matter
everything.
which group I'm working with.
That's
That's my
everything.
honest thought.
Right.
That any group out there that's trying to unearth that sense of community, because I don't think you're creating it. I think that's like saying brain cells aren't
Well,
connected.
no, it's you're trying to. I would say introducing people to each other is different than creating a connection or whatever, because the connection's gonna be there.
It's always there. It was
Yeah.
always there.
So two people that will connect, like for example, Zach G and Caesar. I'm really interested to see how that goes when we
God,
get them.
I want to know.
Because
I want to know.
I really want to know how that will go to get them in
Here's
contact
what's
with
crazy.
each other. You know.
I can't wait to do the third show with Dosed.
Me too.
But I want to very carefully segment. He's got a before and an after, and I want to do the show like that.
Okay.
I want to do a show. He talks about how my music was over here, and now I'm obsessed with this.
Right.
I want the over here,
Right.
and then I want the obsessed with this.
Right.
And I'm excited.
I wanna try and get him in for the music show. Really.
I'm
Like
fine.
next-
Yeah.
I want to see if we can do next week or something.
You know what? And the cool part is, and you know which ones are labeled that way.
Right. I know which times to do that at. You know.
Because that way you have time with the musician.
Yeah.
That we want to schedule interviews here,
Yeah.
and you always end
Interviews daily.
Oh, well,
Is
absolutely.
earlier in the day, and then at night is.
Well, I
or in
think
the
the
afternoon, I guess.
the earliest music times are Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's still powerful.
Yeah.
And we have Nate late. But my point is, I actually tried to set it up so that every night I didn't have late meetings, especially that we were open to run late.
Right.
Like Wednesday, yeah, we don't have music till 6, but we can go as late as we want.
Right.
And this rolls into how we're creating those spaces. You playing with something? What's wrong?
Yeah. No, I was checking
Um,
levels because sometimes when you get closer, it gets a little loud. But I just adjust the level and I pay attention sometimes.
That for me,
Yeah.
first we created our space, just like we've told everybody else.
Right.
We've looked at friends and said, you know what, until you can figure out a way to exist as who you are in your space, you
It's
may
gonna be
not want to
hard.
try and combine other spaces.
Right.
We, being jackasses, said, what if you smash two spaces together and try and figure it out? Jackasses we are. But we needed that. Now, what we've done with our stories segment is begun to add more voices
Right.
to, okay, so how do we create a space where other people can have space? And the next big step is Labor Day.
Right.
That it's 24 hours again.
Right.
We're going to do midnight to midnight
Right.
on September 5th, I believe it is.
Okay.
But each new thing you can watch as we organically evolve. Just the two of us
Mhm.
talking to people,
Yeah.
people talking to you.
Mm.
The big plan is, as we're following this line of
Don't forget about people talking to you too, because that's a
no.
piece too.
What I'm talking about is people talking to them
Oh.
without us even in the room.
Right.
Us talking to more people.
Yeah.
That it was a moment of epiphany.
Epiphany.
That looking at it and going, oh, I get it. It's a tree. So we built a strong trunk.
Right.
And there are these beautiful branches. And part of it is us realizing, and not every one of those will, it's
Not every one of those. branches
realizing
is
that,
gonna-
man, we got to hook
yeah.
up Zach G and Caesar.
Right.
But that also is, who all do we hook up for a show? What if we figured out a way for you, Tony, and Reggie to get together once a week?
Me, Tony, and Reggie.
You, Tony, and Reggie. You know, you, Tony, and Reggie.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would you get together with you, Tony, and Reggie?
Oh. No, it took me a second to
See what I'm
to
saying?
put it together.
Youth.
I was like,
So my
yeah,
point was,
yeah.
Youth has a sound set up
Right,
and is in New York.
right.
Reggie, oh no, Tony's down in
Tony's in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yep. But
We need a Baltimore
we could
sound.
we could definitely I could try and link up you
Reggie and Youth.
and Reggie. Yeah.
Because we have other people in New York too, right?
I have family there.
Well, okay, but
I don't know if we have. I
you
think
has
we've
other
talked to
people.
some
No,
people.
we'll
Yeah,
find.
yeah.
That's not the point. The point is another studio.
Right.
Not.
He has a home studio actually. Yeah.
That's why I'm getting people in New York to him,
Yeah.
so that he can do this
Okay.
and a show,
Okay.
or a show with whoever.
Right.
The phone thing's easy. That our platform is growing. And I don't mean by that the platform, I don't mean the electronic platformy bit. What I mean is, look at us. And by us I mean them, not you and I.
As people. A lot.
God, right?
Shoot.
It's been a spacey week.
I'm actually doing stuff.
It's a weird that we God, we move weird.
If you would have told me like 2 years ago that I'd be working as much as I do, I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna find a way to coast. I'm gonna find a way.
Do
you know.
How do you feel about where you are in the world?
How do I feel about where I am in the world?
Big deep space question.
Okay. I feel very good. I feel like I'm making friends, and I feel like it's different than the friends that I make in person. It's like the connection's still there. Like I can feel the connections building. I can feel
Right.
the relationships building. I've always been able to connect with people whether or not it was in person. Like for example, I had gaming buddies.
Right.
Yeah, like
That you felt so. I never even thought about that. When I think of some of my best friends ever in my life, I've never met them.
I've never met them.
Well, I raided hard for years on World of Warcraft.
Dude, you don't know.
Jay and Mage and Hamdo and KO and
You don't know how many times
Kelly and Chris and Euthanasia. Well, there was a
Okay.
guy named Euthanasia,
there's a
Warlock.
guy named Euthanasia.
Old Canadian dude. I love. God, I guess I already knew that connection was possible and didn't think about
Well,
it.
I can't tell you how many times I went back on Xbox to check when my friend would come back online. Like just
Right.
stuff like that. It's amazing that
We've always been connected and we've always sought it.
yes.
Even at our lowest, we have a friend who, has trouble facing the world. But you know what? He has a community on World of Warcraft. He makes sure he's still connected. There are people.
Yeah. The connection's always there. The space is always there.
Right?
If you think
We were
about
all-
space, that's how space works. It's always
we were
there.
always stars. We were always stars. All the way down.
Yep.
Same stuff.
Same stuff.
Wow.
Same-ish.
So, as we work on creating spaces,
Mhm.
I think the interesting part is what we have learned over time is how to create spaces where we can exist with others as well. In a way that's meaningful for us, but in a way that doesn't, as both of us suffer from a good deal of social anxiety.
Yeah.
It's finding ways to find that without feeling too exposed at first.
I think I've come to believe now that if you genuinely embrace the internet will genuinely embrace you.
Everybody's desperate for good people.
I'm beginning to think that.
Everybody's desperate for good people. And here's what's messed up. That's how I know they're good people. Even the shitty ones. Well, yeah, but I just wasn't loved, and that's why I'm treating people that. There's a root,
There is a root.
that I look out at the stars, and I see not only possibility, but I see a logic.
Okay.
The hard part is people will go, oh, look at him all spiffy piffy up there with his fruity thoughts. Well, but it's true. Everything, oh, Matt's just dreaming.
Right.
I'm a scientist. It's how I've always approached everything in my life, that it was always Spock.
Spock and
It was always how does it work, and nothing is magic, because nothing is, the only thing that's magic are things you don't understand yet. So you just haven't proven it yet. You don't understand the why. Why are you attached to that?
Right.
500 years, 1,000 years from now, we are going to look stupid. Not because we're stupid right now, but because we're stupid. Well, ignorant.
Yeah.
Embrace your ignorance.
Right.
We have. We have.
We're big goofy, yeah.
Well, but embracing I don't know has led us to more answers than we ever could have hoped for.
I think so, definitely.
You know, I wrote today that I never knew as much as I did the moment I was willing to admit I didn't know anything. Because suddenly everything was something to know without a deciding what it meant already. And we do a lot of that. We decide what it meant before we have a clue.
Right.
That's how we meet most conversations. We're there with, okay, I know what she, ooh, Freudian much. I know what they're saying.
Right.
So I'm ready for my reaction.
Right.
And we're trying to create spaces that aren't like that. People stumble and we go, oh, wow, you stumbled. You okay? Well, yeah,
Right.
but I stumbled at you. Not on purpose. It wasn't meaningful that you were trying to... We saw you. You weren't trying to hurt anybody. You were just
Right.
being a doofus.
Right.
I've been caught in that. Right?
Me too,
But
man.
amazingly, every time that's happened, we've adjusted. Not adjusted in a way it's like, well, then I don't... We've tried to see each other and hear out who they are. And go, oh, I know you. That's right. And those are powerful spaces. And I'm finding them all over the place. Like there's a yearning out there to create these spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully we build
There's-
more.
There's the one thing people don't talk about the internet is
Fight Club?
that there's pockets of positivity. There's pockets of negativity as well. Yes.
I think
But there's
actually more positivity than negativity.
You think?
I do. I think if you were to weigh it,
I think maybe, yeah.
trolls versus fairies, I think the fairies win.
Well, they weigh
Like
more,
prairies, but more
they
magical.
weigh more heavy on our conscience. Is the
When you
the
look back on your
negativity.
life, which parts do you remember most? Negative or positive?
Negative.
Absolutely. The places where we learned, no matter how you define them, negative or positive,
Right.
they stick hard.
Right.
And what I see out there on the internet is people screaming for attention and doing it in the craziest, rudest ways.
Right.
But I've had kids, and I remember when they did that. I've been a boy, and I remember when, you didn't know how to talk to a girl yet, and chasing them around the schoolyard was what you did.
Right.
Or ran away from them because they were going to kiss you.
I once ran away from a girl because she was gonna sit on my lap. Yeah. She was a big girl. I was small. It was
She was a
probably
big
gonna
girl.
go
I
bad.
was small.
It was probably gonna go bad.
Did she walk away unsatisfied?
I don't know.
Didn't ask?
Didn't ask. Didn't care.
That's not key to being a good lover, my friend. In occupying this space and allowing ourselves both to be here, I just want you to know how much I've grown and learned and how much you teach me every single day. Sometimes in the moments that you feel are the most fighty.
I could say the exact same to you.
Well, yeah, but then you'd just be repeating me, and that's called
Well,
plagiarism.
Well, plagiarism is the greatest form of flattery. So
Okay,
take
I'll
the,
take that.
Take it.
I'll take it. I'll take
it. Take that. I'm being nice.
But isn't it? I am moved. I'm moved by us staring at the pictures from the Hubble telescope today, and both of us just being amazed.
Right.
In sharing that.
Right.
in sharing this space.
In sharing each other. Yeah.
You know, that we all got to walk our own path, but man, when paths cross, there's opportunity. And if anything shows that, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I'm blown away.
Me too. I like how things are going. I like it.
You know, we forget this in the moments, just so everybody knows. We burst and then are overwhelmed
and then
burst
pull back.
again.
Yeah.
And it's an I'm hoping we take note of the up. I know there's a down.
Yeah.
And that's not because I'm bipolar. I don't mean it that way. There's a push and then you absorb the new normal.
Right.
Our goal was to do at least 6 shows a week. When we moved this show down to 3 shows a week, I suppose I should do it this way. The deal was, if we left 5 and went to 3,
right,
there had to be at least 3 more.
Right.
Because that way, you were doing more than 5.
Right.
I know, I bumped the hell out of it. It was my elbow.
It's okay.
Our plan is 12. Twice that.
Right.
And I feel good about it. I am insane. But we're both looking at that schedule going, no, that's right.
Yeah.
And then you'll get 8 to 12 shows a week out of it.
Yep.
Based on, some music shows may not be recorded, some may be, some are 10 questions, they may go different places.
Yeah.
If you subtract those 4, well, that's 8. Still, that's not 6.
It's a lot. We're doing a lot.
But here's the crazy thing. But it's not. It's organically where we're at.
Yeah.
That, okay, we looked at it and said, yeah, the office can handle 3 a day.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's 3 a day. Tuesday through Friday.
Right.
3 mere hours.
3 mere hours.
I get exhausted on a 3 for day, and now I'm scheduling crazy crap. Look at me go.
Right.
We're occupying our space. As us.
Yeah. We're doing it. We're working. We're getting at it. We're getting at her, you know?
We went out there and said we're not putting on a show, and it ended up everybody was like, yeah, I'm tired of putting on a show too. Let's talk. So you know what? I'm tired of putting on a show today, but we'll be back on Tuesday.
We will.
And we got somebody in today. Dear Lord, I am so sorry.
Jay Jules.
Jay Jules in at 5, I believe.
Yes.
Jay Jules at 5?
Yes, at 5.
I'm never tired of doing the show with you, bro.
Me neither.
Except on the days I am, and on those days I still love you and we get through it.
Yeah.
Is the weird both things that's accurate?
I'm never tired of doing the show.
Sometimes
I'm tired of doing that show. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Oh man, I love everybody. All living things, the universe. I guess that's me. I love me. I love you. And you. And you and you and you. You.
You too.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you too.
God, I love you too. Till Bono turned into a douchebag.